Hi, welcome to Rooted Harmony. Thank you for joining us. My name is Sheena, your botanical artist, and today we'll be making a basic table centerpiece. These are our main ingredients in order for us to create the table centerpiece. We have sunflowers as our dominant flowers. We have limonium, which is a type of filler. And we also have eucalyptus branches as our greens. And then we're also going to be adding a bonus dominant flower, which will be white tiger lilies. This will actually bring out more of a contrast with the sunflowers. There are 5 basic steps in creating your table centerpiece. All you'll need is an empty vessel. You want to make sure that it is halfway full with water. Step 1, you want to make sure that you manicure and you basically take the leaves off of every stem of the flower. You want to avoid cutting the stems any shorter than they already are. These are fresh from the farmer's market here at our local farmer's market here in Cerritos. And what we do here is, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and clean off the eucalyptus. And it has a really fragrant aroma to it once you clean it, which is the therapeutic part of it. I'm cleaning the leaves. So we have our stems of eucalyptus that are already manicured and cleaned. Sunflowers don't need much of cleaning. You do want to make sure that you take out some of the leaves. Again, leaving its length. And then we have limonium. Limonium does not need that much cleaning at all, actually. But what you want to do is maybe pick out some of your stems that will actually work well. Usually the ones that are kind of curving out of the branch, you can kind of just trim off. Kind of shake it a little bit just to kind of fluff it just a little bit so that we can use the majority of it. And tiger lilies usually come with a lot of leaves, but coming from the farmer's market, they've already been cleaned up for you. So these are our tiger lilies. I'm going to go ahead and put these to the side. Step 2, you're going to go ahead and place your sunflowers, which are your dominant flowers, into your vase. You want to make sure that you're using the rim of your vessel to measure how far you'd like to cut your flowers. So you don't want them too tall because sunflowers tend to be very top heavy. So I would leave about 3 to 4 inches above the rim, exposing the stems of the sunflowers. Okay, so I'm going to cut them. With most flowers, you're going to go ahead and cut them 90-degree angle. That way the flower gets enough water Okay, so a little bit more. You want to make sure all the stems are completely in the water. Okay, and as you position them into your vessel, step 3, we're going to go ahead and actually add the bonus flower of the tiger lilies. I like to add these last only because they have very delicate and fragile petals. And usually these come a little bit taller, but we're going to go ahead and place them in between the spaces of the sunflowers. And this actually helps stabilize where you'd like to arrange the sunflowers. So I'm going to actually take this one out because we want to level it with the same length as the lilies. You don't want the stems to show, so that way it can majestically look like they're growing together. Okay, step 3, we're going to go ahead and add the filler. And today's filler we'll be using limonium, which is one of my favorite fillers because their stems are just so sturdy and strong and helps build this kind of airy, romantic look to your arrangement. So you want to make sure that you're basically adding to your arrangement, and at the same time you're also filling in all the negative spaces in between the centerpiece. Okay, so filler should actually be below the neck of the dominant flower, which can get a little tricky because sometimes lilies and sunflowers can be at different heights, so you're going to have to play with it just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and place this in here and make sure that it's there. And it's okay to cut the filler a little bit shorter than the dominant flowers because these tend to be placed lower than the other flowers that are in the vessel already. You just want to make sure that they are placed completely in water. Here's the Sheena secret. Limonium can be properly dried, and within 3 to 4 days, all you'll need to do is place them upside down in a dark room. And you'll notice that limonium will still maintain its beautiful colors. They come in lavenders, pinks, and whites. And what you can do is you can actually reuse them again in any vessel without any water, and they'll look as fresh and new as when you first saw them. Placing your greens into your vessel is step 4. You're going to look for negative spaces and place them into your vessel. You want to make sure the height of your greens is about 3 to 4 inches above your dominant flowers. Or if you want something lower and less airy and less tall, you're going to go ahead and place it underneath your filler or underneath the neck or the rim of your vase. If you notice, eucalyptus can be overwhelmingly tall for your arrangement. The key with greens is you want to make sure that you use them and place them in negative spaces in between the flowers and your filler. Your green should be either below or underneath the filler, or it should be at least 3 to 4 inches above your dominant flowers. And there you have it, your basic table centerpiece. Thank you so much for joining Rooted Harmony. Enjoy and good luck.